Hello everyone, welcome back. So let's begin with our last set of questions. Let me just share my screen. So next question is about art. So what do you think about it? What are your thoughts when you listen the word art? Art can be dance, music, painting, sketching, singing, crafts, knitting, and anything else which you can think of, which is connected to creativity. So on the left, you have I'm not an art lover. On the right, you have I am an art lover. Let's see where we stand here. So at number one are those people who have no place for art in their life. So they don't have time for it, or maybe they're not interested. They might feel that we are already occupied. So they have no space for art in their life. If you are one of those, you can circle one. If you connect, you're the most. People at number two are connected with art, but as a part of their profession. It's the means of living for them. For example, a dance teacher or a music teacher. So, if that's your profession, or you are connected to art because of, you are earning from it, then you can circle number two. It can be freelancing also. At number three are those who are connected with art as hobby. So maybe on Sunday you remove your painting colors and you paint, or maybe you play your musical instrument in your free time. So if you connect here, then you can circle three. People at number four learn art at their own convenience. Suppose they try new art, but then it should be at their convenience. So you plan to go to a dance class, like a couple dance class with your husband, but then you tell him that the morning breakfast will not be your responsibility. So you want to learn new things, but then should be at your convenience. It is dependent on circumstances. It should be very favorable circumstance, and it is dependent on people. At number five are those people who make time for art. They have no excuses. They are very passionate about learning art. It is not dependent on circumstances or people. So, in the above example, if you wake up early, you prepare your morning breakfast, and then you go for the dance class with your husband, then you are at number five. So, now let's go to the next one, inner development. This is one of my favorite topics. So we all focus on the physical well-being. Physical well-being means brushing the teeth, bathing, and cleaning, keeping ourselves clean, combing our hairs, right? We focus on the physical well-being, wearing good clothes, but very few of us focus on cleaning at the subtle level, which is cleaning of the mind, thought patterns, breaking the negative toxic patterns, focusing on our thoughts, habits, emotions. So here we are talking about that kind of inner development. So on the left we have there is no importance of inner development in my life, and on the right we have inner development is crucial part of me. So people on number one are those who have they don't know what is inner development. There is zero existence of inner development in their life. People at number two are those who know about it. They know it's important to do, but then they would procrastinate. For example, you have some digestion issue, and you go to this Ayurvedic doctor, and he suggests you to wake up early. Now, waking up early has been your goal since many years, but you were never able to do it. Now you have this issue, and still you don't wake up early. So you know that it's important to wake up early. It is important for your own growth and your own inner development, but then intention falls short of actions. You're unable to do it. You procrastinate. Okay, maybe from tomorrow, maybe from tomorrow. So if you connect with this example, please circle number two. At number three are those people who would do it under the external pressure and under their comfort zone. There are several ifs and buts. Here we can take the same example of a class with an husband and the breakfast condition. So maybe now you're going to a yoga class with your husband. He's encouraging you to start doing yoga for your own well-being. So he asked you to join him in his yoga class. And then you put up this condition that I won't be preparing the breakfast. So there are several ifs and buts, and you do it in your own comfort zone and in the external pressure only. People at number four are those who drop it. Their inner development is the crucial, part of their life. But then they would drop it in the contingencies, emergencies, festivals, work pressure. So inner development activities would be the first to go off the list. Suppose you drop your meditation in Diwali, or maybe you are on some Maldives vacation, or maybe some other place you're on travel, and you drop your inner development activities, which could be maybe meditation, yoga, or some other therapies. So here you would drop it in some emergencies or festivals. So if you connect here, you can circle number four. People at number five are those who never compromise on their inner cleansing, inner development, unless they are hospitalized. So for them, it is as important as eating and sleeping. If inner development is equally important to you, it is as equivalent to you also for eating, as like eating and sleeping. You cannot, complete your day without doing such activities. Then you can circle number five. For example, you have a marriage of, very your close relative or maybe your best friend, and you wouldn't get time throughout the day, and then you wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning and do your inner development activities such as maybe some exercise, meditations. So if you are doing this, then if you connect here, then you can circle number five. And it is like the most, satisfying thing to be at number five, because it gives a different level of peace. Now let's go to the next question. Skills. So on the left, you can have I have no time for skill development. On the right, you have skill development is important part of my life. So at one are those who are not interested in skill development. They don't want to learn it. They feel it's waste of time, or maybe it's not their cup of tea. If you connect here, please circle number one. At number two are those who know the importance of skill development, but then their excuses when they all would always procrastinate. Suppose you want to learn yoga, you want to become a yoga teacher for your own growth, but then you delay it. You keep on delaying it. You want to learn something, so you want to develop some skills, but then there are always excuses and they overpower your intention. So then you can circle number two. At number three are those who learn the important skills. For example, cooking is an important skill, otherwise, you would stay hungry. So you learn cooking. You learn swimming because there is a risk of drowning and dying. So you learn driving because otherwise, how would you commute from one place to other? So you learn only important skills and you don't learn those unimportant ones. Then you are at number three. At number four are those people who learn new skills in their comfort zone. So suppose you have an inclination towards yoga, then you learn a supportive skill of Marma, then you even learn Reiki, you learn CST, and so that is all connected, interconnected field. You don't learn it from a very different field. So that's your comfort zone. So if you connect with this example, please circle number four. And at five are those for whom skill development is very important. It's very integral part of their life, and they do it without any excuses, without any limits. So they have a lot of bunch of different set of skills. For example, they are very good with different sports. Then they are good with playing musical instruments. They are good in dance. They do drama. They do poetry. They like cooking. They go to trekking. They even know Morma, Reiki. So there are vast different variety of skills and not interconnected with each other. So then there are no limits to learning. They want to learn as much as they can. Those are at number five. At 14, we have doing new things. So on the left, we have I have no interest in doing new things. On the right, we have I like to do new things. So what do you think about yourself? Do you like it? Do you like to do new things? Let's check. So at number one are those who never want to do anything new. They are happy with the way their life is. They don't want to do new. They want their routine. So those are at number one. At number two are those who would do new things, but with a lot of external motivation and force. So you would have to tell them a lot of time that this would be very good for you. Go to this Pilates class. It would be very immensely beneficial to you. Or maybe go to this Ayurvedic doctor. It would improve your health or well-being. So you'd have to force a lot and then they will do. But people at number one, even after forcing, won't do anything. At number three are those who are creative in their hobbies. So, for example, if your hobby is to paint, then you would learn different forms of painting. You would paint with knife, you would do oil painting, acrylic painting. So you would add on sketching. So you would be creative in your hobbies and always keep on learning new things or do trying new things. People at number four are those who are creative in the routine life also, apart from being creative in their hobbies. For example, let's take cooking because it's most relatable to everyone. So you would make different types of rotis throughout the week. It won't be the same boring one roti. So one day you would make a thin roti, other day you would make a thicker one, then you would make lacha paratas. You can then add some masala, like masala roti. So there would be different set of rotis in cooking. So you would make some changes. You would be creative in it. Then you won't. You would try different dishes and different ways of cooking, and then different vessels to cook in, and different plates for serving. So if you are creative in it, then you are at number four. If you have the same style of cooking for years and years, then you are not at four, right? Same as with the home decor. If you keep on trying new things, maybe to fold the curtains in a different way, to place napkin in a different way, to change the positions of pots in the house. Or try maybe new paintings, and you can add on a few other things in the home decor. So if you are creative in that, is the next example, then you can circle number four. At five are those who always do new things. Like you meet them and you would know something new every single time. So they would learn gardening, they would grow microgreens, they would learn murmur, they would go for the sound therapy, they would try this new cryotherapy. So they would always keep on learning and doing new things. They would go to maybe the pottery and painting workshops and breaking things workshop therapy. So different things they would keep on trying. So if you connect here, you can circle number five. Last and the most important one is happiness. So everyone is here, right? Be here, completely present. On the left, we have I'm not happy. On the right, we have I'm always happy. So people at number one are those who rarely smile. Nothing makes them happy. No matter what you do, they won't be happy. Very hard to please. So if you're very hard to please, you never smile, you hear such comments from others, then you are here. Please circle number one. People at number two are happy only in the unexpected surprises. So here they're not happy with the expected one. Suppose it's your birthday and you would get gifts. So you're not happy. Such gifts don't give you happiness. But on a random day, you get a random gift from your loved ones. So it was very unexpected and that makes you happy. So you can circle number two if you connect here. People at number three are happy in big things, festivals, but not in routine. So like a festival environment and maybe big surprises like going to a vacation, going for shopping. So such materialistic things give them happiness, but in the routine life, they're not happy. People at number four are happy in routine, but only if things go their way, if things are favorable to them. For example, you go to a designer and you place an order for a gown or a sari, and it doesn't turn out the way you wanted. So that would make you unhappy. Things are not going your way, then you are not happy. Otherwise, you are very much content and happy in your routine life. Even small things give you happiness, but it should be your way. It should be beneficial to you. Then you can circle number four. People at number five are always happy, even if things don't go their way. For example, there's a fraud done to you. Maybe you buy something online and it is never delivered to you, and now that money is gone. But still, you take it in a positively, like it's just an experience and it doesn't affect your state of being happy. So if you connect here, you can circle number 5. So here our evaluation ends. So what next? So quickly put down the date if you haven't and do the total. You can pause this video. Now, I know you must be very excited to do your total. So please do it first and know your score and write it down on your sheet. So next thing is, don't be upset, don't get discouraged after knowing your total. I'm assuming you now everyone has the totals in their hands and you have put the date. So let's talk what should we do next. First of all, don't be upset, don't be discouraged. It's just a like mirror showing you where you stand, and don't take it negatively. And do remember, we know this, we have done this in previous module, that every minute 250,000 cells are being developed in your baby, in your womb. So if you're pregnant, you're not allowed to be unhappy or stressed. So repeat this evaluation monthly or quarterly. And how should we improve? This question must be troubling you. So what should we do to improve our score? Best way is to stay in knowledge. Know that these are your weak points. Be with the like-minded people. Start watching your thoughts, watch your actions, and put your 100% efforts. Consciously remember your weak points and weak areas to improve. And gradually, since you would know, you are aware, you would stay in knowledge, you would stay in awareness, you would start taking the right actions. You would start thinking right, you would have right thoughts, you would take right actions, but it's a gradual process. So here I would give an example that the scores can go down also. So you have to stay in knowledge. If you don't work on it, then it won't change magically. You would have to go through this process of transformation. So your baby is the magnified version of you. So if you want a very, disciplined, truthful, and intelligent, and all the qualities which you want that kind of baby, then you need to be one before that. So if you want a baby to be truthful to you, you have to stop telling lies in your life. If you say lie and you expect a baby to be truthful, then that's not going to happen. Always remember, your baby is your magnified version. So you are at road and you see someone else asking for directions and you know the place, you heard it. But then you wait for that person to ask you, and you don't go enthusiastically and tell him before him asking. So this is your limitation, you have to walk the talk if you want to improve. So your the best way would be, you go to the person and you enthusiastically share your knowledge, you tell them how to go to that place. Another example is, you want to go to Delhi, so you ask your friend or your cousin and they tell you all the rules and all the options, but then they cannot go there for you. You have to go there, you have to travel. So here I have shown you how you can diagnose your nature, how you can evaluate yourself, how you can meet your most authentic self. But then you have to go through this process of transformation. I cannot do that for you, right? And I would like to end this with a wonderful quote from Gita. Read it for yourself. If you don't, Google it, please. Always remember, your duty is to do your 100%. Don't get entitled to results and have faith in divine. So, here, one of the mothers asked that, how can I change my nature? I cannot trust anyone. Then, how suddenly I would start trusting people? So, here, the answer would be, I'm not saying that you would suddenly change, 100% you would change after this evaluation, but you can give your 100% efforts, and that would make a difference. I'm not saying After this evaluation, it would be a completely new you, and you would change like 200%, you would improve. No, it's a gradual process. But what is in your hand is to give your 100%. Do your best, stay in knowledge, and become your best version. That is the whole purpose, intention of this module. So I hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.